You Are a Force, an audiobook by Sajimon. Chapter 6. Your Power to Attract. Have you ever felt unexplained hatred or alienation towards a complete stranger whom you met in a public place? In the same way, don't you sometimes feel close to some strangers without any reason? What could be the reason for this? The reason is that human minds attract or repel each other without their conscious knowledge. It is a universal truth that you are always attracting situations, people, things, and experiences to you according to the imagination at the center of your mind. Similarly, you are repelled by some people, things, and events unconsciously. Your mind is always working, and it will continue to function as long as you live. According to the nature of your desires, feelings, and thoughts, they draw power from others as their thoughts, feelings, and impressions. The negative charge in your brain battery combines the brain battery of others with their positive charge, or vice versa. Thus, you become attracted to or repelled by other people as per the nature of your basic nature of mind. For example, you want to buy a car. That desire draws you to the place and to the person who wants to sell a car. That is, the desires of both of you attract each other. When you analyze and understand what kind of people and things you're attracted to, you can understand what your true desires are. Whatever your desires are, it is a flow of psychic power with the power of attraction. So always have powerful and useful desires. The power of your desire gives impetus to your actions. It adds vitality to your life. That power affects those around you. The strong power of desire that flows through you to your goal is capable of changing the character and behavior of those who come close to you. The same way, the character of a person with whom you have constant contact is capable of influencing your character. For example, if you constantly associate with people who have achieved a lot, you will develop a certain power of confidence and motivation within you. It can even influence your thoughts and behaviors. Likewise, constant association with individuals who engage in criminal or other antisocial activities is capable of negatively affecting your thoughts and behaviors. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Seneca. Most of what you can see around you is a reflection of your own imagination. For example, suppose that you have the fantasy of owning a car. You have the image of the brand, color, and features of that vehicle in your mind. As you walk down the street, the type of vehicle in your imagination catches your attention from time to time without even realizing why. You will most likely see advertisements for these vehicles on TV, newspapers, and social media. Your friends will sometimes tell you about this vehicle while talking. There is nothing surprising about this, because it is a physical science law like the law of gravity. Now let us take the matter of emotions in the human mind. The situation is the same as thoughts and imagination here. Emotions are attracted to you by others according to the emotions that remain at the center of your mind. Be it love, fear, hate, or sympathy, whatever it is. For example, if you have love in your heart, you will attract the people you love. If you like little children, you will see them everywhere you go. You will be attracted to them, and in return, they will be attracted to you. Likewise, if you like a particular type of pet, it will appear in your surroundings. In the same way, if you have fear in your mind, the things you fear will appear around you. For example, suppose you are afraid of stray dogs. When you walk down the street, stray dogs will attract you and they will bark, circle around you, and try to chase you. Your various mental currents not only attract their equivalents from outside, but they also attract them from inside your minds. According to the nature of the thoughts at the center of your mind, thoughts that match them are always attracted to you. As a result, a series of thought sequences start flowing through you. Once started, you can never predict when and where these thoughts will end. If your thoughts are orderly and directed towards some goal, Such orderly, useful thoughts will attract more and more orderly, beneficial thoughts to you, which will help you attain your goal. For example, suppose you have to go on a business trip the next day. You will be attracted to systematic thinking about things like getting tickets for that trip, deciding what clothes to wear, preparing your presentation to your clients, making arrangements for your household to run smoothly after you are gone, and making sure you have the money for your trip. The same way, if the original thoughts in your mind are disorganized and aimless, then unrelated thoughts will constantly flow into you. Until you control your mind by yourself, thoughts of this disordered nature will attract you one by one. The adverse effect of uncontrolled thoughts is that you will experience mental fatigue and a lack of energy all the time. Carefully observe your basic mental attitude that you hold in any given situation, so that you can understand in advance what type of people and events you are going to attract. Practice to maintain a calm, cheerful attitude towards situations and people. You will be attracted to positive, confident people and favorable situations most of the time. End of Chapter 6. Chapter 7. How to work. Whenever you focus your attention on any work, the power of your mind flows there. Therefore, the focus of your attention has a great impact on your work life. Too much attention to anything or any action destroys the balance of your mind. Because your energy flows so much into your focus, you tend to overflow your subject and drain the reserve energy your brain has stored up for your natural brain functions. Therefore, the work you were engaged in may fail, or even when you succeed, that may render you so weak that you cannot do another necessary task for some time. Let us understand the above fact more clearly with an example. Suppose you want to hammer a small nail into your wall. If you use a large hammer for that, the nail will either bend or come off the wall. Even if the nail really goes into the wall properly, you may quickly tire yourself out by applying unnecessary force. All of us, in many situations, knowingly or unknowingly, engage in activities with too much mental force on some trivial matter with extreme seriousness. You're doing this either because of your ignorance, fear, or lack of confidence in yourself to do that job. Overfocus and non-focus both have the same results. What you need is a balanced focus. Now let's look at an example. Suppose you are driving your vehicle for a long journey. Consider it an all-day trip. While you are driving your vehicle, you are making every movement very carefully. You have a tight grip on the steering wheel. You don't take your eyes off the road. At the same time, you are carefully trying to keep a proper distance between your vehicle and every vehicle coming on the road. You also watch very carefully for any passers-by to accidentally jump across the road. You honk your horn as you see every human and vehicle passing by. You look exhausted. If you drive your vehicle like this, how long can you drive it? Only for a short time. If a person thus carefully engages in any undertaking or work that he has to accomplish under great mental stress, he is abusing his personal power. This may be due to ignorance of mental law, or maybe because of a fear of failure. On the other hand, notice how a well-experienced driver drives. You can see him controlling the vehicle very lightly, but with enough concentration. He can do other activities while driving, like talking or singing. You will feel that his every move is done by himself without even him knowing. It's not like you've driven long distances with struggle, as we've seen before, and with extreme caution. Not only does he appear less tired after reaching the destination, but he is also willing to drive further if needed. His work has a flow and rhythm. In the first example, you lack confidence in your work. That's why there are fears and thoughts of failure in your actions. The second driver has faith in his abilities and courage in his mind. He is also well experienced. Therefore, his work is easy and successful. Now, in light of the above two examples, let's evaluate your strengths in your work as a whole. If you are having a lot of difficulty in any of your activities and feel that it is difficult, then you need to analyze your working style. You need to analyze whether you are just wasting your energy or making progress in your work. If the work you do requires a lot of mental effort, that proves you are not good at it. But with proper effort and patience, you can develop your skills in the field of your true interest. One who sees inaction in action and action in inaction is intelligent among men. Bhagavad Gita. Remember that the work that you can do easily and confidently is the most rewarding and gratifying activity that will propel you to the top of your circle. When you engage in such activities, you will feel very enthusiastic and easy to do them, no matter how hard that may seem to others. The basic principle of working in an efficient state of mind is to do more valuable work with less focus and energy. To achieve this state, you need to acquire two types of practice. First of all, you have to find work that you like to do with all your heart. Second, you must practice keeping your mind fixed on your actions automatically, without force. This training will enable you to do the job accurately and efficiently, even if you do not like the work, because by doing it, you confirm your confidence and ability to do a challenging job. After completing each challenging job easily, you recharge your confidence battery with more power. When you love what you are doing, you are not ambitious, you are not greedy, and you are not seeking fame, because that very love of what you are doing is totally sufficient in itself. J. Krishnamurti. End of Part 4.